Okay then, guess what? I'm in Holyhead. Yeah, I'm in Holyhead, and I thought, you know what's a good idea? Let's drive the whole length of the A55, because it starts right here where I am. In fact, it starts right there in front of me where it says long stay car park. So look at the scary building at the beginning as well. So this roundabout is the actual very start of the A55. Now, bear in mind it's going to go through Wales and tunnels and things. I'm not convinced that the signal is going to work all the way, but we're now officially on the A55, heading towards Bangor. I think it's going to take, well, depends on traffic, because the traffic looks bad coming off Anglesey, and it looks bad on the road round Conway Way. So the sun won't be in your eyes all the time, don't worry. So it's a little higgledy-piggledy, and then it's a straight road all the way. And it is one of the best drives you can do. It's not the fastest drive you can do, but it is a lovely little drive. That's the point. Start the mile call lock thing. Start the mile clock, see how long it goes for. Oh, look at the blue sky as well, it's amazing. The sky is amazing, Miss Moneypenny. The speed limit here is about 50. You generally find when you drive on this road that you're with the same cars all the time as well, which is a bit weird. Got like a Fiesta in front of us. Well, it might be a Focus actually, but either way. Ford. Currently doing 50, national speed limits coming up, but not for long because there's roadworks ahead, which you came through. I don't remember this road being a dual carriageway all the way through Anglesey. I'm pretty sure it used to be just a single lane. You know, like this road, but going both ways, not a dual carriageway with two lanes going each way. But I'm being caught up now, although we are now on national speed limit, so I suppose I should really be accelerating, at least until we get to the roadworks. It's a dual carriageway, so you can do 70. Take the forward, and then slow them again as soon as we get to the. Oh no, it's all crossed down. Okay. Oh, it's about the width. You can't drive on this road at the moment unless if your vehicle's over a certain width. But the width is like about the size of 5 buses end to end. I mean, obviously it's not, but might as well be. So we're currently on the Isle of Anglesey. In fact, we're on Holy Island, to be fair, which is off the Isle of Anglesey. And then we drive across this stretch, and this will take us onto Anglesey. Now this has been dual carriageway as long as I can remember. It's a bit in between. I don't remember being a dual carriageway. It's very windy as well. Allows you to speed all things, so start slowing down. This van might try and get past me. advise him to get past me. As he goes down to 40 soon. Oh, he's slowing down as well as me. Oh, the one in front's slowing down, okay. This is weird. I know the van's going to go for it. The van's not going to go for it. The van hasn't got long before he can't go for it anymore. Currently doing 50, but then it slows down to 40. Put my leg out. Stretch my leg. Apart from a couple of roundabouts and maybe stand in traffic, it's a straight run now. Right, this is a contraflow. When I drove into Holyhead, I was actually on this side of the barrier, which is why it's 40. It's not for long. So we'll be praying to go that fast later on. So there's the vehicle in front, there's a van behind me, the vehicle that we've all overtaken behind him. We all seem to be holding station at the minute. And here's the contraflow bit. So contraflow is basically where you have a dual carriageway with traffic moving on in both directions on one side. They're doing roads resurfacing on the other side. So that's where we're all going nice and steady. Oh, he's gone off there. Oh, the van's going off as well. They're going on the A5. Which may well be the road I was thinking of, I'll be honest with you. Now this bridge looks quite old, but some of the bridges further down look quite new. So I'm thinking it's one of them where they've kind of done it over a period of time. It's going okay, doing 40 mile an hour in a contraflow system in Anglesey on a very hot day. It's 17:14, 16.5 degrees, 20th of the 9th, 2020. And we are 20 miles from Bangor. Bangor being the other side of the bridge on Anglesey. But at the moment we're on Anglesey, doing around about 40 mile an hour. There's vehicles ahead I can see. I don't quite know if they're going to get caught up. There's vehicles behind me as well now, but they're not. Well, they are catching us up. But I don't like the thought of speeding on a contraflow, even though if this was a normal A road we could do 60 in each direction. So national speed limit and all that. And the road workers are on the other carriageway, so they're well out of the way. You may notice as well the signs have a dual language on them, Welsh first and then English underneath. When there's a lot to take in, by the time you've realised the top bit's Welsh, you've already passed the sign, so you don't know what the bottom bit was. Anyways, only one more mile of this. Thus far we've done 5 miles. Definitely catching the cars up front, and the car behind me is caught up with me, but he's not. They can't overtake me even if we wanted to be honest. This is where the contraflow starts as well down here. The other cars that are on this road have not caught up with the car behind me, so everyone seems to be holding station at the minute. I'm not catching the cars in front, the cars behind us are not catching us, so I see him doing roadworks on a Sunday night. You say it's 5:15 on a Sunday, and they're busily doing the roadworks. Saw some road sweepers before. There's some flashing lights there on the council vans, and then We are free. Let's go to the national speed limit. Well, again, this road is pretty smooth. It doesn't look like it's been here for a very, very long time. I mean, I'm talking, it's been 8 years. I don't come down here, you know, every year. So I'm up to 70 now. Car behind me has just dropped way back. So these are the vehicles we saw in the distance. You might not have seen them behind it. The vehicles that overtook me before, they're longer. Longer. So we're still in Anglesey. Do 65 now, I'll actually slow down a little bit. There's no rush though, is there? So we've got a Volkswagen camper van thing ahead. No surfboard on the top though. 16 miles to Bangor. Back up to 70. Nothing behind me. Surprised the cars behind the Ford that was behind me haven't caught us up, but they might have turned off. Now, this is a local road as well, I suppose, for local people. This road looks like it's been resurfaced, but it also looks fairly new as well. The lay-by doesn't. I kind of remember driving along single lane roads in Anglesey, and you'll get a good look at it in a minute when we come around the corner. I think this is where the hill is. And you'll see the road going up the other side. It's like a valley. And I'm pretty sure that was just a single lane back in day. I mean, it would have been back in day. I mean, you know, within my time, back in the day. So there's not much to see, it's got to be said, but there will be soon. Lots of traffic. As everyone comes off Anglesey and tries to get back to the mainland after the last probably hot weekend of the year. Yeah, this is the bit where you can see the road going up on the other side. You can see it all the way down there anyway. Those are not clouds in the distance, they're the hills of North Wales. One of them might be Snowdonia. But I wouldn't like to say. Oh, the sign there said Allen out. I'm assuming it's been on the radio. The lorry with flashing lights coming up, it's a car. But it's just because it's the other side of these barrier things for me was flashing. It is a lorry. There was a car overtaking it. So do 70, nice and steady. Again, as we come around the corner, you get a good view of the road, and I'm pretty sure this used to be a single road. Though I'm now doubting myself because I'm looking at the hedges. The hedges look pretty well established. Unless I've just come on the A5 last time, this has always been like this. Anyway, so doing a nice steady 70. We've been going for 12.4 miles now. Again, it's quite surprising how different Anglesey is to the rest of North Wales, because although it's hilly, it's actually quite flat. You never think of it being 20 miles wide either. But there you go. The hills there, obviously the road in the far right, nothing you can. But in the background are the mountains, and the mountains, that's North Wales. Looks like cloud. That's the mountains of North Wales. So, yeah. Again, you can see the road ahead where the white sign is, the big white sign directly above it is where we're going to go, but we're going to go round and up. So coming down here. Got a vehicle behind me, but it's that camper van thing, not the VW one, the other one that we saw in the roadworks. It's holding station, he's not getting any nearer or any further away. Got a couple of cars coming on the slip road, but they're not even on the chevrons yet behind me. In fact, the van is pulling out to let them out. So we've got 10 miles to Bangor. Got an articulated lorry ahead. Where I was parked, set off from, is where the port is of Holyhead. Where the roundabout is, if I'd have turned right, I'd have ended up in the port. So we're catching up. The cars are overtaking the van thing. So we're still doing a steady 70. Engine's only on quarter temperature, which is good. Just taking it easy though, I'm not forcing it. So it's a Nolan van. Nothing behind me yet. Mind you, if I'm doing the speed limit and everyone else is doing the speed limit, no one should catch me up, in theory. We were struggling there. There's a lot of lorries struggling going up the big hills coming out of Wales as well, but we're not going for them for a while yet. Hopefully that'll have cleared, so it's causing traffic chaos. Look at that place called Star. Around the corner's Moonbeam. Zodiac Mine Walk. So yeah, we're still in Welsh Wales, all the signs are in Welsh. We're still in Anglesey, to be fair. Oh, look at the size of that beastie on the right. Tractor towing a digger. Oh, I've got a car. I'm still doing 70, there was nothing behind me a while ago. Got an Audi now. About to overtake me. I think it's an Audi. No, it's not. It's a Ford. I'm still doing 70. So again, you can see the mountains a bit better now, but that's not the island of Anglesey, that is North Wales. We're coming up to the bridge of Anglesey soon. Well, that's when it'll all stop. Where's this bird? I managed to make it. This is where it all stops though, when we get to the bridge. Bit of a bottleneck. is an Audi coming. I was about to overtake them, but this Audi was coming at a zillion miles an hour. When the other car overtook me, that car was not in sight. And I'm still doing 70. So, do the math. No one else behind me at the minute, so I know I'm going to get past this caravan and then I'll pull over. Although this caravan's doing a fair lick. I'm doing 70, they must be doing at least 60. But I don't know if it's going to take this long. I'd have pulled in behind me, but there's no point now. I'm not holding anyone else up, there's someone behind me. As soon as I'm in front of him, I'll pull in front. Nice bridge. The bridges are your thing. I'm still doing 70. Wow. It's got to be a 4x4 or something or other, hasn't it? Jesus, talk about fully laden. Got canoes and everything. It is a 4x4 though. Right, just checking past him before I pull in. And I am. So doing 70. Now this is where the traffic was really bad earlier. But it is 17:29, 18.5 degrees on the 20th of the 9th, 2020. Slow down here because it's 50. Just open the window to cool the phone down a bit. So this is the bridge. It's 2 lanes, 50 still. It's a very sturdy bridge. We're now going over the Menai Straits, which is the lick of water that goes between Wales and Anglesey. The tide was out earlier. I think the tide's coming in now, although you can't see that. But this is a very, very sturdy building. I mean, completely OTT. But the good news is, no delays. I was expecting to get held up there. So we've got a dual carriageway ahead. So we're now in North Wales, near Bangor. More about Bangor at a later date. We're now back up to national speed limit. Imagine a lot of these cars are going to peel off here though. Quite a few. I'm doing 65, letting this vehicle get past. Audi. More vehicles coming on. Go past this learner driver. So I'm now heading towards Conway, which is 16 miles away. Again, I don't know if the signal's going to hold up. It is an A road and generally it does do, but we have got tunnels and we have got mountains that might block the signal. So there's a possibility that we might lose signal. Just bear with us. So we're doing 70 now anyway as we go down this much older road. That was all in Welsh. So the next gridlock, not that we've had one yet, may well be at round about Flint. Again, the mountains in the distance. Absolutely amazing. It's amazing the country we live in, isn't it? When you think about it. The countryside, the different areas. You know, you've got like Essex and Norfolk, which is flat. You've got Scotland, which I've never really been to, the Highlands of Scotland and all that. And then you've got the mountains of Wales, you've got the Cheshire Plains, you've got the Lake District, you've got all the cities and conurbations. It's a very varied area that we live in. Anyway, we're still doing 70, about to be overtaken by, I think it's that 4x4, but he's lost his caravan and his canoes. So I'm assuming it's a different 4x4. So Medicine Kuwait, that's a fantastic road to drive on, but there's no point filming it because you wouldn't see it. The signal up there is definitely going to crash out because you're literally driving through the Welsh mountains. There's a coast. You see that drop off there above the white van car? That's the coastline. Views to my right are amazing. A bit more traffic here though. Nothing behind me. Definitely a lot more traffic on this side rather than the other side, whereas normally traffic's a lot worse. But to be fair, people have been leaving Wales to go back to the northwest or wherever they live, Yorkshire. It's a pretty straight run this. You can do this on pretty much without stopping from Hull. Just if you, there's about 3 or 4 sets of traffic lights and a couple of, well, a few roundabouts, but if you hit it right, in theory, you can do it without stopping. No one behind me. A couple of cars I've overtaken have overtook the cars that they were behind. And there's looks like an Audi 4x4 coming up behind me, but he's way off yet. No, he's not. He's coming up. He's coming at fair lick. Might get to me before I get to this silver car in front of us. In fact, he's towing a few cars behind him as well. So here he comes. The Audi. I'm still doing 70. So we're now heading towards Conway, Colwyn Bay, Land Unknown. See the car with the canoes on, next to the red car. So I'll get past him and then we can pull out the way again. Or not. Okay, just give up on that idea. Very wise. Wow. Granada. Left. When I first drove along this road, there would be a lot of them cars on the road at the time. To be fair, the guy looks like he's off the Sweeney. The Sweeney. The Sweeney. The Sweeney. The Sweeney. They'll catch their man. Do, 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 do. Right, I've got a car behind me, but it's a good few lengths, and I've got this lorry in front of me, so I'll try and get past this lorry and then I'll pull out of the way. A bit like the BMW's done. Hopefully get there before the VW wants to pull out, which we've done. Down to 65 mile an hour. Again, you can see clearly now the coast. Where that mountain drops down is where the coast road is. A few tunnels as well to look forward to. Go back up to 70, see where I am with this BMW. I'm going to pass him at 70. If I'm not, I'll tuck him behind him. I can't really tell. Oh yeah, I am passing him. I'm still doing 70. She slowed down a little bit. There are 50-mile-an-hour zones and 60-mile-an-hour zones up ahead. I'm still on national speed limit at the minute. I'm past the BMW, so I'll get out of the way now. 8 miles from Conway, 56 miles from Chester. So there goes another Ford. Looks like mad Ford drivers day today. Then we've got another Audi. So we've got to let them get past, and then we'll get past the Asda lorry. Pulled in again. Right, we're in the district of Conway now. You may or may not see the sea, but it does come into view fairly soon. You see it more coming the other way, to be fair. We're driving west to east. And steady 70. Then, so we're coming down now to the first of the tunnels. You can see now the mountain, look how high that is. It's ridiculous. So we go around here. So we're 7 miles from Conway. I remember when they were building this, this used to be a road that was, used to go along the coast, but it was only a 2-lane road, and they made it into a dual carriageway, but they had to make tunnels and things. That was 13 plus years ago. This was when I first got a car, and I decided to go to Wales for a drive on my first day, my first with my new car, and yeah. Right, well, since we're doing 50, this is the old road actually. The tunnel you may have just seen on your right was built so that it could be one way, and this was 2-way. So imagine all the traffic coming towards you as well as going along here through these really old tunnels. I don't know why they built a tunnel there, to be fair. They could have probably just got away with just making it cliff face. Still, you're not allowed to overtake here. So we're now going at 40 miles an hour. This car in front's doing 40. Good grief. Right. One's gone. Two's gone. Oh, it's the cool new guy. There he goes. Like on national speed limit. So we're back up to 70. So again, this was a single lane, well, single road, not a dual carriageway. So we're doing 70. We overtook the canoe guy. patchwork road repairs here. Go to a roundabout. Goodness sake. 200 metres away from the roundabout. Bumpity, bumpity, bumpity. Again, beautiful road. So no stopping there. 4 miles now to Conway. So a coast road, you can see the sea, well, estuary I think it is. No, it's the sea. It's the Irish Sea, isn't it? It's a bit along here where they get stuff out of this mountain and then they chuck it onto a conveyor belt and then they spew it into ships that pull up. And you can generally see it from this road. I don't know whether you'll see it from the camera angle, but I'm going that way anyway, so doing 70. Being caught up by someone else, but I'm overtaking, so that's fine. Right, again, another coast road. This slows down to 30. So I've got a Mercedes come rattling up behind me. Stay in lane. Again, can't overtake. Remember, this was 2 lanes 30 years ago. This was, you know, opposing traffic. I guess it still is occasionally as well. Let's go through one of the old tunnels. So yeah, imagine driving this with lorries coming the opposite direction. Doing 30. And then just get around here. We can floor it. Let the Merc past. Okay, the Merc's not coming. That makes no sense. Right, so we're still on the coast road, the A55. We left Holyhead some 36 miles ago. And now we're just outside Conway. And I got a 4x4 pulling up behind me. I'm doing 70. The way. Got the 4x4 past. Go back again. Again, some old tunnels here. Conway Tunnel. I remember on Tomorrow's World in the 70s or even earlier, and they were showing that they would put the row of this in, or the route of it, like using a model boat on the estuary above. Anyway, let's open the window and see what it sounds like. you go then, Conway Tunnel. I can't breathe now from the fumes. I don't think I've ever actually walked around Conway, you know. That's something I need to sort out in the future. Anyway, it says 70 and I'm currently doing 55. Oh, there's the canoe guy again. So we're nearly up to 70. Say that, we're doing 60. So just joined us, we're driving the A55 from Holyhead right the way to the motorways. Done 39 miles so far. This is our first traffic we've hit. I think of worse places to be stuck in traffic, I'll be honest. Mancunian Way, Manchester for a start. So I was just going to say, we've not stopped at all yet. Anyway, we have now. So it's time check time. It's 17:49, 19.5 degrees on the 20th of the 9th, 2020. We're following GJZ232. You look above the white car ahead, you can see there's a line of traffic. Some fresh air. Look at all them fumes. We're off again. Got merging traffic though. I think that's what's causing the problem, is the merging traffic. Should, in theory, pick up a bit of speed until we get to London now. Because then you get all the people leaving London as well. But that said, it's 19.5 degrees. Why would you want to get in the car and get stuck in a traffic jam like me? We're in Colwyn Bay now. Well, we're nearly in Colwyn Bay. See the line of traffic as the road bends right, and it's moving. There's a bit of a gap between the 4x4 and the canoes and the car in front, but they are braking, so he's braking in good time. See the width of his tyres as well. Bloody hell. Terra Firma Pipeline Limited. I think I might have mistimed this. Ever so slightly. Well, again, the countryside is beautiful. Look at the sky as well. Look at the electrics works on the far left. Beautiful. Oh look, yes. Car on the left. The only way is nowhere, baby. For you and me now. We're stuck in a traffic jam, baby. In the middle of nowhere. Why are people pulling out into our lane, and why is the 4x4 guy letting them? Oh, it's angering me now. We're only doing 30 miles an hour at the minute. Again though, the scenery is beautiful. Even the factory on the far right is pretty. Right, 50 mile an hour is maximum. I could only dream of doing 50 miles an hour at the minute. Seems to be off again. In fact, there's no traffic ahead of us at all now. What's that about? That's bonkers. Literally, there's nothing next to me. There's one car behind me. Oh, we've got another traffic jam ahead. That's insane. Only doing 40 though, obviously. That was insane then. Going through that underpass. Nothing. Well, the motorbikes who went past us before, they've not gone far. They're just going into the second underpass. Oh, he's had enough, he's off. To be fair, I'd had enough of looking at his backside, to be fair. And him letting people in all the time. Brilliant. I've got a different boring back end to look at. So we're just going past the on the far right Bayview Shopping Centre, incorporated in Marizens. It's been open since 1899, or is that the price? Maybe you can buy it for 18.99. It's on offer, I don't know. bridge that someone's hit. How the hell do you hit that bridge? That's really high. It must be one of them with the tipper up. Malarkeys. Right, I imagine now we might get a bit of speed on for a little bit. Because we've got past Colwyn Bay and Llandudno. And all the cars going roughly the same direction. There won't be as many joining us, so in theory. Oh, we got Old Colwyn, yeah. Because I never knew a girl like you before. Oh, never met a girl like you before. Oh no, that was Edwyn Collins, wasn't it? Nothing to do with Colwyn Bay, sorry. To be fair, I can see less what's going on in front of this van than I could with the 4x4. Oh, he's pulled off, he's gone a different way. I think he's going to go on the road through Prestati, around that way, but I can't do that because I'm on the A55 and I'm doing the run from the A55. I'm going home, and yes, I might just get up in time to... It was going so well. 52 minutes and we've done 43 miles. See the backs of various vehicles. So Wales is a very popular place for people to try and get out of. Oh, you are awful. Queensferry and Chester, 42 miles to Chester. So we might do it in 42 hours. I don't remember that building on the top of the hill. I don't know whether you can see it now, directly above the van. Or whether there was stuff in front of it and that's all fallen down, because I don't remember the cliffs either. So, but you get a hell of a view up there, don't you, of the bay? Right, once again, we are off. We're actually doing the speed limit now, we're doing 50 miles an hour. Woo woo! I'm slowing down again. As we go into the 70. Let's try that lane for a change. Right, this is the bit that I was on about where the ships come and collect the gravel or whatever it is that comes out of the off the mountains. So we're currently doing 15 miles an hour, I'm slowing. They're doing 10 miles an hour. Right, you see the scaffolding looks like a bridge. That's the on the left. There you go, you can see the whole thing, I think, pretty much. Where that little white box is, that's where the ships pull up to, and then there's a conveyor belt that goes either side of the pontoon pier thing, and it just dumps the stuff into it. So it's very exciting, I think. Yeah, this isn't going to get any better anytime soon. camera's trying to focus on them. I'm doing 30. So if we keep doing 30, it'll take us an hour and a bit to get to the end, well, to Chester, which is where the end of this road is. So it's the A55 end to end road trip. Social distancing. And we're in traffic jam. Normally on the road it's 70. Today it's 10. Oh, there's terra firma. He passed us ages ago. Pipeline Limited. He was in this lane then. Right, I don't know what's going on there, but I need to get out of this lane because there's cars coming. Right, I've got terra firma behind us now. Taking a little long though, at a leisurely 30, 25, 20 mile an hour. Wait, first gear then, there was no need for that. What I'd like to ideally see is a little bump somewhere where two cars have had a little bump together, no one's got out, and they're just at the side of the road, and then from then on it's going to be clear sailing. Possible. That van I was following before has now pulled into the left-hand lane. The one that pulled in front of me from the left-hand lane. So, I think the secret is don't be in whatever lane that little van's in. Oh, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here is being filmed on our far right, I think. Castle on a Hill. Because he can't go to Australia. Can't go Australia, mate. No, you can't go Australia. Mind you, it'll take him as long to get there in this traffic what it will do to fly to Australia. So we are now... Oh no, I thought that was a sign, it's not. There's a big flashing green thing over there ahead on the road. I don't know what that's for. Oh, I think it's a train track. There's a train track that's running parallel. It might be the traffic lights for the trains. Because it's hella powerful. Here comes a motorbike on the left. There he goes. Respect for motorbikes, riders. Anyone who dies with death every day for fun, they deserve respect. Ahead. Still in Wales. Congestion after junction 25. I think we've already got congestion. Done 47.8 miles. In 1 hour 1 minute. focus in it. What do you think? Abergelian Rill. Rill's a lovely place. Oh no, I've used 2 gig of data out of my 100 gig. Right, there's no traffic ahead now. I don't know where the traffic's gone, but it seems to have gone. Okay, we're now up to 70. Keep my engine cool as well during all that. I'm quite impressed. So just over 80 degrees. We're on 1809, 18.5 degrees centigrade on the 20th of the 9th, 2020, and we're driving the full length of the A55 live on YouTube. Live on the YouTubes. Just pull across, there's no one around me at all. Volvo, but then they're all just going over the first bridge. This is the second bridge. They're just going over the second bridge now. The car's behind them. It's like, where have they all gone? How does that even work? So Chester is 33 miles now. Oh, the cyclist there. Just nudging between 60 and 70, just kind of floating between them numbers. Ah, I've got a cramp in my leg as well. It's up to the Vauxhall, so I'll pull into the lane, see if the top Porsche wants to go past. If it does go past, because they're on the red, on the right hand lane, they're all braking again. I'm doing 16, catching them up. He's not coming, so I'm going. He's got these slower vehicles ahead. Big line of traffic behind us now, to be fair. They've got the bright lights ahead again. Yeah. Oh, it's random, isn't it? There's a little Vauxhall coming past me again on the left hand side, the one I overtook. I think I've overtook it about 8 times. And there we go, he's overtook me about the same. Look at the price of the petrol though. £1 22.9 pence for a litre of unleaded. £1 22.9. Jeepers. Whose brake that was, but it wasn't mine. So now back to 10 mile an hour. Porsche behind me is weaving in this lane like he's a Formula One, like to do a restart. Vauxhall estate seen better days. Look at the door handle if you can see it. What's going on underneath the door handle? It's weird. Is that making all that noise as well? Might be the Porsche behind me, to be fair. He's dropped right back now. There's no one between me and him, but he's about as far behind me as the Land Rover is ahead of me. Oh, he's closing up again now. Never noticed that before. There's a fence on the right hand side with a big no entry signs. I don't know whether it's military or whether it's some kind of when it said homestead. Oh, here comes the van that I was behind before. Yeah, looking at me as well. So yeah, we're obviously using each other as gauges as to where we are. Done 52.6 miles on the A55. Just gets the exciting bit where we've done 55 miles on the A55. A little bit to contain my excitement. A lot of things that cause traffic jams like this on roads like this is when you have a lorry overtaking another lorry, and then all the other cars that are going faster just build up behind, and then you get this 12 mile an hour backwards traffic jam thing. Now last time I was in traffic like this I actually pulled off here, but I'm doing the A55, so I'm going to stay here. It's a very nice church ahead. It's called the Marble Church. Oh, there's the Porsche. He's pulled out from behind me now. But yeah, the Marble Church is a landmark I've always admired. I should do a video there one. Oh, yeah. The actual spire is made of stone, and where the little crosshairs are in it going up around, you can actually see through them. It's hollow and you can see through them. You can see, if you angle it right, you can see the next lot of crosshairs higher up and straight through the spire. There you go. Done the history bit now. Can we put our foot down again now, please? Well, I was thinking, you know what, they're getting further ahead than we are, so I'm going to go in that lane. The thing is, if everyone does that, then the lane that everyone's left goes further ahead. Not in this case, but you know. Hot tubs. £2,750. ukleisureliving.co.uk. If you're watching this in 2070, chances are that, well, like me, that shop won't be there anymore. I'm going to get bed sores at this rate. Again, though, there was someone somewhere going, yes, well, you notice that we can see clearly that the rivets on the alcove on the right were made in the factory in Birmingham, which was probably, looking at them there, yes, about 2001 of the year, and it's very interesting to see those rivets in situ. Yes, you see the motorbike there that's just gone past. You'll notice that the gentleman's wearing what they called a high-vis vest, which was very popular back in the old days, and before people had proper eyesight and could see what they were doing, and so on and so forth. To be fair, I should have stayed in that lane, shouldn't I? Never mind. It's too late now. You got Clanway, St Asaph, Business Park. So Clanway is Welsh for St Asaph, okay. Who knew? Well, the Welshers obviously, but other than that, who knew? I'm glad I had a big dinner. Yeah, hindsight is a wonderful thing, has to be said. To be fair, there's a gap. Let's screw it up for everyone in that lane now. We're going to go into that lane. Now, this is going to be sod's law, innit? Because the reason why this lane's been moving is because everyone's been turning left here. Bugger and damnation. Another weird number plate. OIG 1295. Some bizarre number plates today. I'm not sure whom I was behind before. I used the Ranger and had to for the where I was. So yeah. Nice bridge. I'm seeing that the bridge there, the structure of the bridge is definitely from the 1980s. As you can tell by the way that the girders are spaced out. As we're driving faster, we wouldn't have noticed that. And so forth. Oh yes, you saw there the sign which was covered by the sandbank. Again, it was very prevalent at that time of the 2020s. And they also used to have sticks in the ground as well for no apparent reason. That's someone's drive on the left. That can't be. It's footpath, isn't it? Yeah, it's got to be a footpath, yeah. That'd be a nightmare to get out of. Where's the motorbike going? Most motorbikes go down the middle, that's why I pulled over to the side. Right, yeah, I'm losing time again. Sod's law. vehicle just appearing on the right was behind me. So I'm doing a bit like the what was it? Perma-thing van did. Getting nowhere fast, motorbike coming. Move out of his way. Got a wave as well. Yeah, you don't want to ride your bike down the those white lines there, because look at the cat's eyes. Ah, cat's eyes, yes, we're saying they used to have cat's eyes in the old days before cars were self-driving, and they didn't need them anymore because cars can see in the dark, and the snow, and the wind. I believe they did use real cat's eyes as well in the cat's eyes. No, they didn't. Right, weirdly, I've got a VW Golf just pulled in behind me from the lane that's moving faster than the lane that I'm in. He would have overtook me by now and been behind that Volvo. Anyway, we're on 54.6 miles on the A55. Now, what's he coming across? So you see something? Do they know something I don't know? Or they're just going to come off here at Alfa Factory Outlets, Tweed Mills. I imagine they're going to do that. Ah yes, well, you remember the Tweed Mills were built in the 1600s to make tweed, but in the 2020s they were used for leisure activities rather than industrial business. Yes, thank you, nerds of the future. To be fair, I think there's major roadworks going on other roads around here as well, and I think that's spewed more cars on here than normal. There's we'll catch up again with the Ranger. I think this is because cars will be pulling off here. Yep, the VW behind me's got his indicator on already. Already. Right, we're on 54.8 miles. So, if anyone asks you, if you drove 55 miles from Holyhead on the A55 and you drove 55 miles, which exit would you be driving over? And the answer is, because we're on 55 miles now, St Asaph and Rill. There you go. There's a fact fans, nerds of the future. You can have that one for free. Ah yes, well I think I'm fine that it's, we don't use miles anymore now, we use clicks. And the A55 stopped being used in 2073. He wants to be fair, but there's not that many cars coming on, considering it's real. Well, it's real, so I'll undertake him. Kind of lost where the Ranger is now as well. Is he ahead of us or behind us? I think he's ahead of us because I think that car with the weird thing on the roof, the coffin on the roof thing, is ahead of us. Could be wrong. Oh, okay, the OIG got it right. But once we let them in, oh, for God's sake, white van man, you can bugger off. Oh, okay, I'll go that way. Oh, look what I'm behind again! I don't believe it! What are the chances of that? That's bonkers. That is bonkers. Just joined us, we're driving the length of the A55, which starts at Holyhead on the Isle of Anglesey and ends up the motorways near Chester. Unfortunately, we've hit traffic, quite severe traffic, but going at this speed, it's giving the nerds of the future something to get excited about. Like they're deciphering what the hell that thing is. On the car next to me as well, I recognise the driver and his tattoos. So basically exactly where I started out. I kind of went forward and then I've gone backwards again. Again, you can't fault the countryside. It's now 18:29 on 18 degrees still on the 20th of the 9th, 2020. It's going to be a lot cooler tomorrow, they've said. Which is one reason why I went out today. I wasn't going to do it. I thought, you know what? Enjoy it while you can. Van Savage now, the van that was pulling on when I moved out of that lane is directly behind me. Nearly drove into my arse end as well then. Right, we're going uphill now. The uphill does kill lorries, but I would hope this time on a Sunday there are not that many lorries around. Behind me keeps coming right up to me and then dropping back. So if I was behind him, I'd be getting really annoyed because he accelerates and then brakes. So we're on 56.5 miles now. I'm suddenly up to 40 miles an hour. 35. Playing with your phone. Guy in white car. Well, I've now left the van for dead. Oh no, here he comes. Right, this is where the lorries cause traffic jams normally. But again, we seem to have just got into where have all the cars gone? Mode. So we're up to 70 now. This is bonkers. Right, we're doing 60 at the minute, but right, he's moved out of the way. So in theory, yeah, everyone else can move out of the way. Well done, look, the car get me up that hill at 70. Yeah, same woman in that van. 300 yards. Still doing 70. Oh. How does he pull out into that lane? Just because he drives an Audi. It's me in the car in front trying to get into that lane and he pulls into it and slows us both down. I meant to know he's doing 70, so we're back up to speed again, but epic stuff. So it's just joined us. We're currently on the A55 driving west to east. We started off at Holyhead 59.9 miles ago. Okay. 60 miles ago. But to give the nerds of the future something to look at and study. So we will carry on our merry way. Just where all the traffic's gone, I've got no idea. I thought the hills would be bad. With the sound of music. I'm now in Flintshire. We're doing 65 miles an hour. Looking ahead, there's traffic ahead, but they're not stopped. So where have all them cars gone? That's weird. Back up to 70 again. Get out of this way. Her way. So Chester now is 22 miles away. We've done 62 miles of the A55 live on YouTube. See some pretty scenery. Some nice coastline, some nice tunnels. Still doing 70. Some cars trying to get past another Toyota or a VW. Can't really tell because the sun's in the mirrors behind me. No, he's not now. Now I can't see because he's in my blind spot. Straight back, okay, sand it. To be fair, this Audi I saw before as well, because there's like a pig thing just above the number plate, like circular, and I thought it was a child's head looking out the back of the car where we were stuck in traffic before. So again, we're still with the vehicles that we were with back in the traffic jams. Brake lights ahead, but there's only two cars, both braking, so I don't know what that's about. So I'm doing 70. Car behind me is nowhere near her. She's quite a way back now, holding up a whole line of cars. Gives me a chance to get past this lot, at least two. This is bonkers how the traffic is just cleared completely. Flashing light here, it's a breakdown route vehicle. Is there any debris on the road? No, no debris. It's just a breakdown. Oh, yep, bright lights. Currently doing 65. I'm still not caught up. I'm trying to drop behind a little bit from this Audi. Got behind me is well back. So we're at junction 32 now. Flashing lights. Oh no, it's just bright lights. Uh-oh. These are sustained bright lights. The Audi's not noticed yet. It's noticed now. Yeah, congestion. Tap on the brake. Going downhill, so you can't let the car do it, you do have to use your brakes. Now there's a slip road coming up on the left, so I'll stay on the right. 300 yards away. Might be just this that's causing a bit of delay, everyone pumping out to the right. Stop that time, and to be fair there was nothing coming on the slip road then, off the slip road, so a few more bright lights ahead. 15 miles from Chester, still in Welsh Wales. Badgers, warning badgers. I saw driving the other way earlier a dead badger reservation. Very tragic. First time I've seen a live badger and it was dead. To be fair, if it had been alive I wouldn't have seen a wild badger anyway, but you know what I mean. Right, we're going to get the van with the weird ladder on it with the woman who always looks at me every time she drives past. I drive past. Yep, she looks at me again, and I looked at her. That's fucking weird. Oh, put some right there. Why don't you? Oh, she did. Excellent. Might wave next time. My car does have something on it that makes it very noticeable. So, like I say, she's probably using that like I'm using her vehicle as I go past again, but we've got brake lights ahead. Can't Can't see what the brake lights are doing. No, they were stopping or just slowing down. Okay. We're back up to 55 miles an hour and van is now behind us. Again. Don't know why this one's braking quite so soon. A very aggressive manoeuvre, all things considered. Here she comes. I'm doing 70. Oh, Audi's having none of that. Oh, Audi's like, no. I'm the one who does tricks like that, not you, madam. A bit more congestion. Right, the Audi cannot get in front of me now. Although we're stopping quicker than they are, so the Audi and the van will get past. Again. I've got another regular. I'm calling him Asda guy, because he looks like he's got one of the Asda uniforms on. You can't see it, but when I can see his collar and it's green, so he's Asda guy. That's all I've got to go off. There's absolutely no other logic to what I'm saying. So yeah, he's been with us for a while. I've never mentioned him before, but the others seem to have buggered off. So at least for now. That's the guys braking. People are chopping lanes again. I think we're actually going to catch up with Audi and Woman again. As the guys drop back again. Doing 20 miles an hour. We've done 71 miles now, so we've done 20 miles since, well, we've done 15 miles since we did the 55 mile an hour at Rill Junction, in case you've forgotten. Oh, two old cars going the other way. Morris Minors. Right, that's Asda guy, he's gone. Yeah, we're losing a lot of time here. Gabby was trying to pull out into that lane, but nearly took the cyclist out. So he's going to pull out into the lane, do it when there's nothing coming. Before he didn't, but he nearly took him out. So obviously he didn't. And now, literally, hardly see him behind me. This car's undertaking him now. cyclists just doing a little bit of dodgy manoeuvres. The car that was going to undertake is very slowly catching up. Northolt Hall. Not me neither. So, yeah, I recognise the guy in the Beamer as well. Again, I think I might mention him. Tattoos, t-shirt. So we are within a group that are kind of moving down together, but you know, we're overtaking, undertaking, and all that kind of stuff on a regular basis. Starbucks there. Ah yes, Starbucks. I remember Starbucks back in the 2020s was a very popular place to buy coffee, but before coffee was outlawed for causing brain damage to children. They went into the space race, and they're the ones who ended up making loads of books from the stars. The irony. There's Asda Man. Yep. The thing about Asda Man is he always leaves a massive gap. The bad thing about Asda Man is he always leaves a massive gap. Right, this is where the road starts splitting up now. You have to get into the right lane. We've done 72.9 miles. It is now 18:51, 16 degrees on the 20th of the 9th, 2020. There's Asda Guy. Sad that most people are nondescript, isn't it? You say my car's got a mark on it that does make it stand out. So you say, I've seen that before, I've seen that before, I've seen that before, so. Right then, so what do we do here? Oh, at the end of the road. A55 Chester Wrexham. So I'm going to say goodbye to everyone. Because we're doing the the 55. Which will change into the A5, I think. 55. There we go. Asda's man's going there as well. Never got to wave to a woman in van, but still. Oh, this is going to be tight, I can tell already. This is still the A55. We did that at 40 mile an hour. Basically, we're just driving, we're just on a circle, we're just driving over the, we're just driving over the slip road, we just come up. It's quite impressive. So we're on the A55. I flashed him, that's why he flashed me back. being pulled by the bobbies. Articulated lorry. Follow me, follow me. Oh dear. So we're still on the A55. Doing 65 at the minute. Catching the lorry ahead. He's turning off, no one behind me, so I'll pull out so he can brake without worrying. He's going out like Sam. Yeah, 550. The Arctic. Tell you what, as the driver's flooring it, isn't he? Let him go. Still on the A55. Broughton. They'd find a nearer Asda for him to work out, wouldn't you? It's just time to mount to bullion. Make him travel all this distance. Chester now is 8 miles. I'm sure it was 8 miles before. Me and Asda are being caught up. I mean, they're not near us yet. I'll give you a shout when they go under this bridge. So we go under this bridge now, and the cars behind me go under the bridge now. I'm now next to Asda, who's looking at me. Don't look at Asda, what are you on about? Well, them cars that were quite a way behind me now, no, not anymore. I'm now doing 70. So I'll go to this bridge and I'll say now, and then I'll say now when they come into the bridge, okay? So I'm going into the bridge now, they're going to the bridge now. No, I'll do it. They go to the bridge and then I go into the bridge. So, they're going into the bridge now, and I'm now. So there you go. And as the guys drop back. That's the guys being overtaken. England, hurrah! Chester, 5 miles. Right, we haven't done 3 miles since the number 8. That's a Tesla that's just overtook me. Just want to check something. Are these rumble strips making a noise? No. Okay. Something made a weird noise then, but that Tesla overtook me. So doing steady 70. I'm just going to put my lights on now. I don't normally, but I kind of feel obliged. Wrexham. There we go. This is pretty much the end of the A55. It turns into a motorway, and we'll have driven the whole length of it. A stream of cars coming on. Well, this is the that's the Wrexham bit, isn't it? Yeah, but the longest slip road in the world. I'm doing 70 miles an hour, and we've still got the slip road here. So the A55 sadly passes away. Right here. Somewhere around here anyway. So that would be 82.4 miles so far. Add a couple of points to it for the, I didn't set the clock off straight away. Actually I had one, and it set it off pretty quick. So we've got parked up lorry there, having his daily rest. Still doing 70. Been over the River Dee. So we've now done 83.3 miles plus one, although it's 84 now, so it's 83.5 miles. I'm adding the one from the one. So Chester is now the A5115. So you follow the A55, it's still got a few miles left in it. Sadly, its end is 9. Let's go with the last sign that says road trip. Car realises what's going on there. Chester Nantwich A51. We're still on the A55. That's canoe is at a weird angle on top of that car ahead of me. Pulling off here anyway. Still the A55. It's his paddles that are at the weird angle. We're still doing 70, done 85.8 miles. It goes to the A56 off, and then it turns into the M53. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the A55 in 3, 2, 1. Now, 86.7 miles we've driven, and ironically my fuel, the low fuel thing's just come on as well, literally as I said that. So that's it, we're not on the A55 anymore, we're now on the M53. So I'm just curious now as to see if coming this way it's actually been quicker and getting caught in all the traffic and the traffic lights and everything coming the other way, and if we meet up with any of our old friends on the M56. We won't meet up with Asda guy, he's long gone. I don't like these motorways made of concrete. Get a lot of bugs attacking the window at the minute. To be honest with you, they're not doing that well. Right, we need to come off here. I don't know, this car in front of me is coming off here. Either way. It's a third of a mile. Car behind me is coming off, BMW. So no, he's not coming off, but we are. BMW is as well. This is quite a tight bend. Is it BMW? I don't know whether it's BMW or not. Concentrate on the road and concentrate on the car behind. Wasn't that bad, was it? Back up to 70. And then we join, and we've not turned off at the M55. We join on the same motorway. I don't know why I lean when I go around corners like that, but I was leaning then. Right, so here we are now. So this is the continuation of, and we have not turned off. So have we got anyone we know around here? We'll come onto the small way. So we've got Ellesmere Ports and Stanlow on our left for the next few miles. That was a Ford. Dale. So 17 miles to the M6 motorway. By4 trying to overtake me at the minute. I'm doing 70. If I car in front, I'm not gaining on it particularly quickly, but he's moved out of the way anyway. So I know it's not someone I know. What we could really do with there's a traffic jam ahead, and then see if we bump into anyone we know. Oh, hang on. Oh, balls. could really do what they're doing is winning Euro Lottery, Euro Millions. This is insane. It's doing 40 now. But there's a possibility we might catch up with some of our old friends. In fact, I think that car just overtaken. I vaguely recognise. Not so much that one though, in the first lane. So this one likes braking a long time ahead of what's going on. Look at this guy. He's not a t-shirt tattoo guy, is he? No. The car doesn't look familiar, but he does. Probably have some weird dream about him later on, because apparently when you have a dream, you dream about random people you've seen during the day, which is why a lot of people you don't recognise. Your brain just stores them and the dream is like clearing them out your head. Or is that just something I made up? I don't know. Anyway, back up to 60 again. Massive line of cars behind us. I can only assume that the cars that we were involved with would have been in front of us, because I can't imagine. I've said that, we had a clear run, didn't we? Once we went on that road with the Asda guy, the A55, we had a straight run, we didn't stop at all. So, very interesting. Time check time is 19:11, 16 degrees on the 20th of the 9th, 2020. Turbines in the fields so that you can see them actually. I don't think they pick up on the camera. But I think they're quite nice. I prefer looking at wind towers than I do these bloody, what are they called? The electric cable carrier things. You know, the electric cable carrier things. I think you'll find, even though we're still watching this, even though you're not on the A55 anymore, that they're not called cable carrier things. And they got banished from the planet in 2120. So 100 years after you forgot the name of them. Thanks, nerds from the future. Mind you, they're better than Mavis and her friend. God, they were annoying. Seems to be accelerating again. Now we're back up to 60. And the wind turbines are turning. It's weird. Definitely windy. Yes, I know it's 65 mile an hour, so it is windy, but you know what I mean. We're now doing 70. You can see ahead of the car in front of me, there's no brake lines coming on. What we might find is two articulated lorries quite close together, one will overtook the other one, and then someone would have overtook both of them, but not much quicker, and that just slows everyone else down then behind them. Oh, there's an articulated lorry ahead. So if you joined us to watch me drive on the A55, That was a few minutes ago. But we're now seeing if we can find any of our old friends from the traffic jam. I think it's a very long shot, but you never know. It's an articulated lorry overtaking a car very slowly, which means there's only one lane for overtaking. And there's another articulated lorry as well, so that may be what it was. And there's another one up ahead as well. So I reckon it was the articulated lorries, and then someone overtook them very slowly. Just call me Hercule Poirot. Hercule Poirot. For solving that little mystery. It was just a sweet little mystery on the motorway, and I solved it. That lorry is still not overtaken, so it's still down to one lane for overtaking there. Right, I don't know what's going on in the third lane here, but we've got a lorry in our lane, so, and there's no one in either of the other lanes, so we're going to pull out into the third lane. Because I could tell that the Polo wasn't going very fast. Was it a Polo? I'm just rubbish at identifying cars, I'll be honest with you. No, it's not. What the hell is that? I'm doing 70 anyway. I've got some flashing lights here as well. So that's a wide vehicle, or an extra long vehicle, which again would have caused problems for some drivers who panic. Another lorry, and the bridge with its top on. Hey, the bridge with its top on. So we're now on the M56 heading towards the M6, and we can. Okay then. Come from nowhere. Those traffic lights always strike me as being uber bright. Like beyond bright. So here we go again. Bright lights ahead. Let's have a look and see what's going on. Not a lot really. Oh, a van's overtaking a van. Not a lorry, a van. It's overtaking a van. It's causing a bit of a bottleneck. Someone's going to pull out in front of me, I can feel it. Okay, maybe not. I think it's this white van here that's causing the problems. I'm only doing 70. Whoa, stay in your lane, mate. Jeez. Oh, he's on his phone, obviously. Right. How's the lorry? We did pass the house the lorry earlier, didn't we? So was that the one we passed in Wales? Nah, that wouldn't be. was over an hour ago. I wouldn't believe I cleaned the window screen, would you, earlier on? With a scrubbing brush and everything. Car here with no lights on, and it's a BMW, and it's black. Whoa, whoa. Did you just see that? I'm gobsmacked. Genuinely gobsmacked. That was unbelievable. I don't even know how we managed to stop for the traffic lights. It was beyond insane. I don't know how he stopped for them traffic lights. That's only a very short. I was doing 70. He overtook me, and then he cut across everywhere, and then only slammed on his brakes when it was going up the hill. I know it's a BMW, they've got really good brakes, but still. Jesus Christ. Some cyclists ahead. I think we come off here. Not sure though. Yeah, we do. They were cool 9 bikes. Going M6 north. Everyone's treating this one better. Oh. M6 seems a bit busy as well. Well, not where I am now, but ahead, definitely. Flashed him before he indicated something because I knew he wanted to come out. He had to come out because the people were coming on the slip road. M62 junction. Very familiar, this stretch of motorway now. On the M6. Oh yeah, we've got to go with Thelwall Viaduct first, haven't we? Yeah, very familiar. I forgot about Thelwall Viaduct. God's sakes. And it's going dark now. It is 7:25, but I really don't like it when it goes dark early. I like it being light, so as light as possible. I probably need to move to the equator, because I like it warm, and I like it being light. Maybe that's... just move to the equator. I'm doing 70. This guy is just sat on the second lane with cars coming behind us that are about to overtake him in the third and fourth lane. There's one of them. There's another one. Get an end in here. Can I get out? Yeah, I can get out. What's he pulling onto that lane for? There's nothing in this lane. At all. Nothing. Not for a quarter of a mile at least. Makes no sense. Still not overtaking anything. Finally, he's overtaking something. Unbelievable. Mind you, not as unbelievable as that BMW driver. That was beyond unbelievable. Going down. Well, I can pull in now. cars getting past. Yeah, you got a lot of way, didn't you, mate? So we're coming up now to the A580 East Lancs. In fact, this is where I joined the motorway earlier. This is the first time today I've driven over the flyover or the motorway that goes over the A580. But I have driven southbound on the M6 from Wigan all the way to Wales. Nearly back in Wigan. It's 116 miles from Holyhead, which is a little bit further than Birmingham. So do 70. So coming off now at the Wigan one, which is out at the top of Wigan. At Goose Green near the Sainsbury's. This is the on slip for the Ashton. And then we use the off slip for Wigan. So 300 yards, 200 yards, 100 yards, and we're off. A little white car overtook me a little way ago, and I've just seen it go down here. There it is. There's no one with me at all, so we'll go for the racing line. disappointed when I did that at 60. Anyway, back in Wigan. Roundabout sculpture that we've got. You come in. So if it hadn't been for the traffic, we could have driven 120 miles without stopping. It was a traffic what did us. Oh, there's Bruce Fair. Not looking particularly full tonight. Little white car that was in such a rush on the right. This one here. Such a rush to get past me. And I just go past. Dead slow. Dead calm. We're going on the new road, by the way. They're all getting a bit preemptive, aren't they? And then they're all pretty slow at the start. Go the quick road, alleged, but only because they mess with the traffic lights here. It's not actually any quicker. Right, these are on red. Surprise, surprise. Shouldn't be by the time we get there. Yeah, there you go. Well, it goes dark quite quick, doesn't it? Which leads me to another challenge. Is he doing a Yui? He's doing a Yui. I'm not allowed to do a Yui there. Right, here we go. Oh, it's the middle one, isn't it? Exciting times. I imagine it's going to be full tonight with boy racers. 40, I'm doing 40. There you go. Got one headlamp out, so that's boy racer. That's not a boy racer. Another one. 17. Oh, 3 cars. It's not a boy racer either, to be fair. That's not a boy racer either. So 3 cars. Lights don't work. What's that about? It's actually, it looks really bright on the camera, but in my eyes it's really dark. I've just realised I've come this way and I didn't need to come this way. God damn it, I'm not going to Tesco, it was shut. And I don't need to go anyway. God damn it. God damn it. That was a van. few cars going the other way, but there's literally only me going this way. Now, let's see if speedy little white cars done anything. They got past me. That's a boy racer. There's no cars coming out of there, to be fair, but they might have, well, they would have already gone. I didn't stop, did I? So it is quicker, but only because they mess with the traffic lights. I'm going to go around this way. So it was 14 degrees, 1940. That's the time, not the year. 20th of the 9th, 2020. And driven 123.3 miles in this video, which was to drive the whole length of Thingamabobby, and then the A55, and then not. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. You know, they turn road lamps off on motorways, don't they, at night to save electricity and the planet and greenhouse gases and all that kind of stuff. But shops that are empty on estates, shopping estates, out of town developments, that kind of thing, have their signs lit up all night, even though you can't go there and buy anything. One of them is a safety issue, the other one is them just being pig ignorant. Another example. Right, so we're on the we're on to Saddle Junction now. I'm not going to get through them lights. Okay, then I got through them because there was no one who triggered the other ones. You can see the moon there, but the moon's looking rather spooky tonight. Another set of traffic lights I got through. Bloody hell. So here we are at the end of the drive. Thank you very much for watching. You still are. Until next time, goodbye.